Hi everybody, Ryan Dorn here from Brainswell Media, and thanks for joining me on this journey through 12 habits of highly effective salespeople, or more appropriately, I like to say 12 habits of superstar salespeople. I'm thrilled and blessed to have had the opportunity to travel all around the world and coach and train over 3,000 salespeople. In doing so, I've had the opportunity to observe and document what are the 12 habits that I see being used or things that are happening most often with superstar salespeople. We're on habit number 3. And habit number 3 is, I forgot. And habit number 3 is pitch the decision maker, but if you can't, equip their liaison to the fullest. Habit number 3 is pitch the decision maker, but if you can't, equip their liaison to the fullest. All right, now let's pause for a second. It's pretty obvious, isn't it, that we should always be pitching the decision maker? Okay, but how often can you get through to the decision maker? Whether you're selling software, watermelons, advertising, cars, I mean, how often do you really meet the person that's going to be making the decision in the end? Well, a lot of sales trainers would say, don't ever hold a meeting with anybody that can't make a decision. I think what you would say is what I would say if I was in that class. Wow, wouldn't that be awesome if that could happen every single time? It's a fact that in today's business world, very often you have to meet with the liaison to the decision maker. So do you just blow apart your sales process? Do you just say, I'm never going to talk to a marketing director, or I'm never going to talk to the buyer when the CEO is going to make the decision? Do you just throw all these things away? Absolutely not. Instead, what I like to do is create a sales process with awesome sales material to equip the liaison to the fullest. So how do you do that? First of all, what you really need to understand is that what are the things that the CEO or the decision maker or the president, what are the things that that person is going to need to know to make the decision? Now, a lot of you, what you'll say to me is, Ryan, it's price. All they want to know is what's the price of the product that I'm trying to sell. That's actually not accurate. Here's what I like to focus on. What does your product, service, whatever it is you're trying to sell, what's it going to do to save them time? What's it going to do to save them money? And what's it going to do to make them money? Did you write that down? I think it's very important. These 3 things. When you're pitching a decision maker, whether it's in person or whether it's through your sales material, what are you going to do to save them time? What are you going to do to save them money? What are you going to do to help them make money? So in any proposal or sales material that I'm giving to a liaison, because they're going to be giving it to the decision maker, I want to make sure that I answer those 3 very important things. Now, some of you have gone through some fantastic sales systems that are out there, training systems that are used all around the world. And I have one as well. No matter what training system you're using, you need to understand that sometimes you can't meet with a decision maker. Either you don't have the opportunity to do that, or it's just not a part of the total buying process with the company you're working with. I'm a big believer in one-sheets. I like good old-fashioned PDF sales sheets. I like them to be simple. I like to make sure that they only contain minimal amounts of information. And I want to make sure that I'm answering those 3 very important things, if you will. How am I going to save you money? How am I going to save you time? And how am I going to make you money? Because if it comes down to price, you've done a poor job as a salesperson. We'll talk about that later. But if in the end it just comes down to price, you haven't done a good job differentiating yourself from the competition. So don't forget, always try to pitch the decision maker, but if you can't, make sure you equip their liaison to the fullest. And focus your proposal on these 3 things. What are you, your software, your service, your media, what are you going to do to save them time, to save them money, and to make them money? And if you'll focus in on those 3 things, you too can be a sales superstar. I'm Ryan Dorn from Brainswell Media. Stick around, stay close, more great tips straight ahead. And if you're looking for more information, sign up for my monthly e-newsletter in our sales section, or check out my book, Selling Backwards. It's available online at sellingbackwards.com.